Hello. How many of you have lost a customer because of broadband issues? Now, when a customer complains that their broadband isn't very good, 99% of the time the broadband's absolutely fine. It doesn't win awards for nothing. It's usually because the Wi-Fi signal from their router isn't very good. And there are reasons for that. Okay. So what we're going to do today is to optimize the customer's Wi-Fi to prevent those problems. We're going to secure the customer's router by adding a password, which isn't there on a standard router if nobody's touched it. We're going to become the expert for them because, let's face it, if we go and sort their problems out, we're a bit of a miracle worker. And we're going to get referrals from it. And I'm going to show you how to turn one customer into many. Okay. Now, I'm not a green person, believe it or not. I am a blue and red. So purple, that makes purple. So I've got a very, very low green rating on the colours questionnaire. So anyone can do this. It's not difficult. Okay. So what you've got to do first is go to Play Store on Android only. This app is not available on Apple, unfortunately. It's only on Android. But I believe everyone should have one of the company tablets anyway. So here we go. So that's what it looks like on the App Store. It looks like a bit of a windscreen wiper. Now when you get the app and you download it and you open it up, this is what you're going to see. Now I've screenshot this. This is my own Wi-Fi, and what I saw when I opened up my app, and you can see from the cursor here, I've got Virgin Media. Someone's got their router signal as home. They've renamed it. TalkTalk. That's mine and my printer, and there's another Virgin Media there, and there's a TalkTalk there. So this is what the Wi-Fi signals look like on the Wi-Fi analyzer. Okay, so what it's doing is just monitoring what's around within range. So these are all the other houses around where I live. Just pointing out a few things. I got the premium router, so if I click up into this corner, I can go from 2.4 gig range, which is what this is, and I can go to the 5 gig range as well. Now, these buttons down here are very important. This here is what you're seeing now. This is a strength meter. So you click on that, and you can select whichever router you want to select, and it will give you a strength, and which means that you can select the customer's router, and you can walk around their house and make sure they've got a nice strong signal everywhere. Here, this is very important. This is where we're going to find the gateway IP address in order to get in to change the channel for the customer. I'll show you that in a minute. This is a rating of each channel, and it will show you where the better channels are for you to select. And this is real-time analysis. Okay. This is one of these things where it's easier to do it than to actually explain it. So once you get to know how to do this, it's so easy. So this is what we're seeing now. What I've done is I've created a problem here. I've moved my channel so it's on top of somebody else's router. So on the same as the TalkTalk neighbor. Although this is very low at the moment, it did shoot up before and then went down again. Now what happens is when you've got a router like in here, when you've got Wi-Fi routers on the same channel, they will fight for that signal, and what tends to happen is that causes dropout. So when you get a customer saying my broadband keeps dropping out, it's actually the Wi-Fi keeps dropping out because it's probably on the same channel as their neighbor, and the routers are battling for the same signal. So this is what I've created here. My router is going to be dropping out occasionally because of the TalkTalk router. It's on channel 11. The channel that the Wi-Fi is on is directly below the peak of the signal. So that's channel 5, channel 1. Okay, so I'm on channel 11 there. So what do we need to do next? We need to go and see our new customers. So when you've got a new customer and they've had their Wi-Fi, well, their broadband installed, and you've seen on the extranet that it's been installed, you give them a call. Hi John, I see you just had your Wi-Fi installed. Would it be okay if I come around and do a Wi-Fi optimization test for you? I'd like to make sure you're getting the best Wi-Fi you can get, and also make sure your router is nice and secure. Okay. Existing customers, this is the chance to get in front of the customers you've already got, look after them, get more referrals, and there's a way of expanding your customer base by visiting your existing customers as well, and new customers, of course. I'll talk about that later. Right, so existing customers, hi, I know you've been a member of UW for a while now. Then you've got our broadband. Would it be okay if I come around and do a Wi-Fi optimization test for you? Just make sure that your Wi-Fi is the best Wi-Fi you can get, and also make sure your router is more secure. It'll only take 15 minutes. Okay, so we've got our appointments to go and see our customers. So we're going back to my router here. So imagine you're in the customer's house. You've looked at your Android device, and this is what you see. And it brings up the problem that the UW router here is clashing with the TalkTalk router. So it's on channel 11, and you can see that there's a nice clear space at channel 8. Best channel here to change it to is 8. Okay. So what we do next is we sign on to the customer's Wi-Fi, their password, okay, as if you're going to use their internet. And then you click on this button here, see there, and on the left hand side here, if your phone or device is on its side, horizontal, you'll see gateway IP address 192.168.1.1. This is it could be different if you've got a different type of router, but that's the address you need to get in to make note of. Okay. Then you open up your browser, your Chrome or whatever you use, and just type those numbers in the top and press enter. Okay. This is what you'll see on this particular router. They're all very much the same. So this is what you'll see. First of all, you'll see that it's connected, and in my case, I've got 58.83 megs download, 10.94 upload. I've got the Ultra Plus, and it's a bad area actually. So that's not a bad speed for where I am. But anyway, what you got to do here is, and you can obviously first thing you want to do is tell the customer the good news about what the speeds they're getting. But the first thing you do is click here on the sign in. You'll get this come up. The administration is admin. So the username is admin, sorry, and password is admin. Okay, and then sign in. You go back to this page. You see that you're actually in as admin, not sign in, admin. And then what you do then is you click on the wireless box. Okay, you can see here I've got the premium router, shows you 2.4 gigs and 5 gigs. So click here, and this will come up, and you can see I'm on the 2.4 gig frequency band here. You can see I'm on channel 11. And I want to click on this button here to bring up the top drop-down list. Then I'm going to select channel 8. That's the channel that we wanted to move to. Then save and close. And then a few seconds later, when you go back to the Wi-Fi analyzer, you'll see that your Wi-Fi signal is now moved from the problem channel 11 to the clear channel 8. If the signals are overlapping, don't worry about it. It's not ideal, but it's certainly a lot better than being on exactly the same channels as a neighbor on the Wi-Fi. Okay, so we sort out the problem here. Now, All we need to do then is go back to admin, change my password, change the password, new password, repeat the new password, and then click on change password. Now that's it. That's you've changed the Wi-Fi channel for your customer. They're very, very happy. This is the clever bit. This is where you can get in front of more people. Now you say to the customer, well, we're sorting out your Wi-Fi, so you're now on the best channel and your router is password protected. As you know, I grow my business through word of mouth. Could you think of one person who would appreciate being looked after the same way? Could you think of one more? You know how to do referrals. And then you mention the vouchers, and then that includes any neighbours I get the chance to talk to. Would it be okay if I mentioned to your neighbours that you're with the utility warehouse? Now you need to get permission, because if you go speaking to the neighbours and mention that your customer's name and they haven't given permission, that's against the data protection and you can get into serious trouble. So if yes, then obviously you can use the customer's name and create a referral situation. If no, then instead of the customer's name, just say one of your neighbours instead when talking to the neighbours, and I'll show you what I mean. So you're at the neighbour's house, you've got your Android device, your tab with you. Hi, my name's Dale. I'm a distributor for the Utility Warehouse Discount Club. I've just been optimizing your neighbour's Wi-Fi. I just want to make sure that what I've done isn't clashing with your Wi-Fi and show the analyzer on the tablet. Could you show me which router is yours? And if it's not clashing with any other router, great, your router is okay. Thanks for your time. Here's a voucher for free LEDs. If you'd like to have the LEDs, money off your shopping, and see if I can put some more money in your pocket, or simply find out about the Utility Warehouse Discount Club, then here's my card. Call me to make an appointment, or if you want, we can make an appointment now. This script is I don't use this script exactly. This is what I'd like to say, but I never get it right. But what I do say does work. Whatever works for you. If their router is clashing with another router, your router is clashing with another router, but not the one I've been working on. As you're not with the Utility Warehouse Discount Club, I'm unable to sort it for you. I recommend you call your provider, and they should be able to find a better channel for you. UW distributors are independent business owners, so we can provide a level of personal service that other big companies can't. So anyway, thank you for the time. Here's a voucher for LEDs, etc., etc. Okay, and hopefully you can make an appointment there. Then I'm sure they're not going to look forward to calling up their provider and spending an hour on the phone and not knowing exactly what's going on. We can actually sort of show them in front of them that their channel's moving, etc. It's just a way of getting in front of more people, and the more people we get in front of, the more chances we're going to get an appointment, and the more chance we're going to get a customer. So how many people can you talk to? This is where I live. So my house is in the middle here, and I'm picking up, I think, these houses. I'm picking up 8 signals. So I can go and speak to my neighbours. I can call them, knock on their door. They know me anyway. I've just been working on my Wi-Fi, and I've just optimized it. I just want to make sure what I've done isn't clashing with your Wi-Fi. Which Wi-Fi router is yours? Can you recognize it? Okay. Now, I walked around the corner to these houses here, Terraced Street, stood roughly outside this house, and I picked up 15 routers. And when I looked, when I opened up the app and I looked at the 15 routers, this is what I saw. Now, as you can see, all the routers are on 1, 6, or 11. Now, do you think I'm going to have some very interesting conversations with those people when I speak to them? Because I would have no doubt that they're experiencing dropout. None of them with the utility warehouse. So I can have a really good conversation with them on how to look after them by switching to utility warehouse. So a very, very useful tool. Okay. Why? Well, we've got EEBT and Sky customers. They can leave within 30 days, next 30 days. We can identify them now. We can walk along the street and we can see outside their house which is the strongest signal, and that will be their router usually. So we can find out who's with EEBT and Sky because their routers will tell you, so you know what to say when you knock on the door. Obviously, tech support online on the phone. That's what the Sky people offer on their latest advert with the Lego Batman. They spent a fortune on that ad because they know it's important. That's one of the reasons why people select a supplier. They want to be looked after. They can only offer online and on the phone. We can walk through the door and look after them personally. So we can give a one-step beyond service for new and existing customers. We can become the expert and get more referrals. And now we've got an excuse to knock on the doors of the neighbours, a non-sales approach, because we're doing them a favour. Okay. Plus, it frees up our tech services to deal with more serious problems. So shortens the waiting times. So anyway, there you go. Give it a try on your own router at home until you feel confident, and then get out there and get some more customers. Have fun. Bye-bye.